Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to the Raj Medical Literature. Today we're going to talk about joints. My name is Aslam Raj and you're seeing the Raj Medical Literature. Let's start. The classification of joints, function and parts of joints also. Let's start. Joints. Guys, here you may can see today our study to four parts. First one is introduction of joints. Second one is classification of joints, and third one is parts of joints, what included into the joints, parts of joints, and fourth one or last one is function of joints. Let's start. First we discuss the introduction of joints. Let's start. It is a junction between two or more bones or cartilage. It is mainly a junction between two or more bones or cartilage. Or friends, here we may also call it is a device which is permit movement. It is a device to permit movement. And let's see the total number of joint of our body. I think this is important question. 230 joints in human body. Total human body, 230 joints in human body. This was the total number of joints. Let's start the second part. Joints classification. Joints are classified according to the main four bases. Four bases. I think all are known that the first one is structural classification of joint. Maximum we are known the three types of bases: structural classification, and second one is functional classification of joints. According to the function they are classified, and third one is according to the number of articulating bones. How many bones are articulated there? According to the number of articulating bones. And last one is according to the region. This one the regional classification. Which region the present the joint? Regional classification according to the region. We'll study the joints in later. First we see the parts of joints and function. Then we see the joints classification in details. Parts of joints. Let's see how many parts else include the joint. First one, fibrous capsule. Guys, you must see in the right side that fibrous layer of joint capsule. And second one is reinforcing ligament. Guys, you must see in the right side reinforcing ligament. And third one is synovial membrane. Synovial membrane is inner lining of capsule, secretes synovial fluid also. And fourth one is articular cartilage. Articular cartilage. As you may see the articular cartilage. And fifth one is articular disc. Articular disc adjacent. If fatty fat, next one is fatty fat. You may see guys in the right side. And last one is bursa flattened sac. Bursitis, herpes-platter bursitis, infraplatter bursitis. This was the parts of joints. Let's see guys, function of joints. Function of joints. Hold the skeleton bones together. Hold the skeleton bones together. And second one is allow the skeleton. Allow the skeleton. You must see in the left side guys. Allow the skeleton some flexibly. Some flexibly. And third one is make bone growth possible. Bone growth possible. This one the function of joints. Let's see guys, main part of today's the classification of joints. We see here in details. We see that there is 4 bases of classification. The first one is according to structural classification. According to joint structure, they are classified mainly 3 types: fibrous joint, cartilaginous joint, and synovial joints. Let's see guys. Let's see fibrous joint in the right side. You must see guys. Fibrous joint. And cartilaginous joint. Cartilaginous slightly movable joint. These 2 parts: primary cartilaginous joint, secondary cartilaginous joint. And third one is synovial joint. In the synovial joint here present fluid filled synovial cavity. Let's see fibrous joint. Fibrous joint is fixed or non-movable. Means this is immovable. Can't move this joint. Also this has 3 types. 3 types of fibrous joint here. First one is sutures. You may see guys in the right side. What's the suture? Nephlein, squamous. Next one is kyphosis. Is a peg in socket. And third one is syndesmosis. It is a fibrous joint. Syndesmosis. Let's see the sutures. You may see guys in the right side. First one is plain squamous joint, squamous suture, fibrous joint. And third one is serrate sutures. And fourth one is dentate sutures. And fifth one is skin spondylosis sutures. Let's see the cartilaginous joint. It is slightly movable joint. It has also two types: primary cartilaginous joint. Let's see the primary cartilaginous joint in the left side. Epiphysis, epiphyseal flat cartilage, and diaphysis, primary cartilaginous joint. It also called synchondrosis. Let's see the next one, secondary cartilaginous joint. Guys, you must see in the left side, secondary cartilaginous joint, plate of fibrocartilage, also called symphysis. Let's see the most important joint, synovial joint. This is freely movable joint. It also seven types. First one is plane joint. Second one is the hinge synovial joint, as you may see in the left side. And third one is pivot joint. And fourth one is bicondylar joint or condylar joint. Fifth one is ellipse joint. It is also called modified ball and circle joint. And sixth one is saddle joint. Movement in two plane. It's present in thumb, carpal and metacarpal. And seventh one is ball and socket joint. You may see, guys, in the left side. So this was the structural classification of joints. Let's see the second basis classification of joints according to their functional classification of joints. Also had three types: synarthritis, amphiarthritis, and diarthritis. Synarthritis, it is immovable. Arthritis, it is little movement, and diarthritis, freely movement. Synarthritis, guys, you may see in the right side, synarthritis. And second one is amphiarthritis. It is also called cartilaginous joint. Two types, synchondrosis, symphysis. Means both are amphiarthritis and cartilaginous joint are slightly movable. Let's see diarthritis. Diarthritis is synovial joint. Synarthritis joint is permit little or no mobility. Most synarthritis joint are fibrous joint. Example, cranial suture in adult. Let's see amphiarthritis. Amphiarthritis presents slight movable. The two bones surface at the joint are both covered in hyaline cartilage. Example is secondary cartilaginous joint, also called primary cartilaginous joint, because amphiarthritis is two parts, synchondrosis and symphysis. Let's see diarthritis. Permit a variety of movement. Only synovial joints are diarthrosis, only synovial joint. So guys, this was the functional classification of joint and upper side structural classification. Let's see the third one, according to the number of articulating bones. How many bones are articulate in this joint? According to the number of articulating bones, this type of joints is also three types: simple, compound, and complex joint. Simple joint, shoulder joint, hip joint, and compound radiocarpal. And complex is knee joint. Let's see simple joint. When two bones are articulate, it is simple joint. And second one is compound joints. You may guys see in the left side, three or more articulating surface, compound joints. And third one is complex joint. When joint cavity is if divided is intra-articular surface. Let's see simple joints. Simple joints, two articulation surface. Two articulation surface. Example is shoulder joint,
আর একটু জুম কর, আমি কাছে নিয়ে আসি।
hip joint, next one is compound joints, three or more articulation surface. Example is radiocarpal joints, radiocarpal joints. Let's see the last one, complex joint, three or more articulation surface. Present here surface. Example, knee joint, guys. We already see the three bases of classification. The last one is according to the region. Classification of bones according to the region. Sorry guys, classification of joints. Which region the joints are present according to the region. According to the region. This is also three types: skull type, vertebral types, and limb types. The first one is skull types. Skull type joints present in the brain. Vertebral types present in the vertebral column. Vertebral types. And the third one, limb types. So guys, here skull type is immovable joint. I think also known the skull joints are not movable. And vertebral types, it is slightly movable, greater than skull type but less than limb types. Limb types is freely movable. These joints are freely movable. So guys, that was the according to the region, the classification of joints. So guys, I think this video is very helpful for you. If you see this video, I think any another video should see or read, if you remember this one. If this video is helpful for you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Let's see in the next video.